Welcome back to the channel. My name is David Ramos, a Christian author, and today I want to encourage you. If you feel like you're a bad writer or like the words just aren't coming out, this one goes out to you. So over the last few years, this is a nice little selection of the books I've written. Together, these have reached just over about 300,000 people, and it's been a journey. It's definitely been a journey. And I can't tell you how many days there have been where the words have just not come the way I needed them to. Because as a writer, you probably know this, especially for nonfiction or inspirational literature, there's this idea or this concept you have. And maybe it's so clear in your mind, and you know how it has impacted and shaped your life. Or in the lives of others. And so what you want to do is take this thing out of you and put it onto a page and have it have the same effect for the reader as it has had for you or for others. And then, so you're wrangling this idea around. Maybe you're doing research, you're reading, you're outlining, and this concept comes into life. And then you start writing and the words just aren't there. It can't be expressed the way you hoped it could. Every sentence is like 1,000 miles trying to run, because by the time you get to the end of the sentence, you're exhausted and you don't know how to say what needs to come next. And you know that this thing needs to be said, but the structure and everything that needs to be there just isn't coming to you. And so my advice on those days is just to write badly. The only way you're going to get to the good words is to write the bad words. I'm working through a book right now that is a little bit more research heavy than the last few books I've done. And I have, by the time I've done my 60 to 100 pages of reading for each chapter and written a 2 to 3 page outline, what I want to say, I sit down and I start, and sometimes the thing that I want to say just won't come out. And so I've had to, especially with like the first few chapters, I had to write the entire chapter just to get to the idea that I wanted to originally get to, and understand that, no, this isn't how I wanted to say it. So I had to delete the entire chapter and start over again. But the only way I could get to the chapter that I wanted to get to, which at the end of the day turned out even better than I had hoped, was because I had to wade through those bad words. And so for you, if you're struggling to get those words out, if you're struggling to communicate what that idea or concept or feeling is that's inside you, write badly. Get those words out. It's kind of like shaking out all the cobwebs and the dust, because you're not going to get to those good words by stopping. You're not going to get to those good words by taking a week off and then going back and trying again. You're not going to get to those good words by having someone else write it for you. The only way you're going to get there is to go through that dark, messy place, go through the bad words, get those out, and then once you're done, you can go back, see if there's anything there to save, and if not, delete it and let what is really there come out. That's something I've learned over and over again in the more than a dozen books I've written. That is a struggle I have with still every single day, when I know that there is a better way to say what I want to say and it won't come. And then, so I give myself the permission to not be everything I hope I should be, or put that pressure on myself, and just let myself write what needs to be written. And then once it's out there, I have the freedom to go back and edit. I have the freedom to delete. I have the freedom to keep moving forward. You can write whatever you want to write as many times as you want to write it. And publishing is a whole other discussion. This whole discussion is just about, you are a better writer than you think. You just need to give yourself the permission to be that, and to go through the hard places so that you can get to see the writing that is already inside you and that is already ready to burst out. So that's my encouragement to you today. I hope you continue on this writing journey, because that's what it is. I was listening to a talk by Stephen Pressfield last night, and whether you've been doing this 2 years or 30 years or 50 years, it is always going to be a struggle to put ideas into words and have those words impact people the way you want them to. And so don't take the struggle personally. Take it as you are part of this grand, group of people who are helping shape the narrative of the world by putting stories, putting truths, putting books out that matter to people and that can help make the world and their lives a better place. And that is no small feat. And so the fact that it's hard some days, the fact that it won't always come out perfectly the first time, that's just part of what we do. And that's why there's so few of us who can do it well, because there's very few of us who give ourselves the permission to be that, to be bad at times so that you can be great. All right, I hope that makes sense. If you like this video, go ahead and click subscribe below. I make videos on Christianity, religion, and also on writing techniques. Kind of give you a behind the scenes of my own writer's journey, as I've been doing this a few years, but this year I have some really distinct goals and I'm taking you along for the ride. And yeah, I hope to see you along the way with me. All right, talk to you later.